Well, let's get more now on the New Year honours list, with people being recognised for their achievements and services. The oldest surviving victim of the Post Office Horizon IT scandal has been appointed an OBE for seeking justice for subpostmasters. Of course, that's 92-year-old Betty Brown. She was one of the original victims who took part in the group legal action led by Sir Alan Bates against the Post Office. And I'm really pleased to say that Betty joins us now in the studio. Thank you so much, Betty. My first thing to say, really, is congratulations. How do you feel?
Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful that I can accept this honour from the King in recognition of all the injustice that sub-postmasters have had to suffer. They've had to go to prison. They've lost, 13 people have committed suicide because of it. There's nearly 40 people have tried to commit suicide. There's been broken marriages. There's been children left, neglected. Their whole lives ruined over the last 20 years. And the government has stood back knowing what was happening, knowing they were at fault and doing nothing about it. And that should never be forgotten, the destruction that they have done to these lives. So for those people, that's what that honour stands for.
I can really feel the passion in your voice with this. And I know that you have described the whole experience receiving the honour as, you know, a shocker.
Oh,
tell me about that.
Can't believe it. I can't believe it. This has happened to me. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
And the other side of the shock and the surprise is that you have said that you wanted to accept the honour on behalf of other families.
Yes.
Tell me why you thought that was important, Betty.
Because it's destroyed their whole lives. And for people to stand and know that they are destroying a government and an organisation, standing, knowing there were faults in the system, and all they were doing was lining their pockets. They were putting money in their pockets without a thought of the destruction that they were doing to these people and the heartbreak that they were causing. That was shocking, absolutely disgusting. And not only that, they recognised it in so much that the government and the Fujitsu the government were paying Fujitsu to correct the mistakes, and yet the sub-postmasters were there, going through absolute hell, wondering what was happening to them, and they didn't help.
When you look back on your journey and dealing with Fujitsu and the Post Office, what was the hardest moment for you as an individual?
The hardest moment was the day that the auditors came and we had only done 3 hours trading. It was a Thursday morning. We had balanced correctly, the office correctly, on the Wednesday night. And we opened with our books balanced on the Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. The auditors, my husband had an appointment at the Cancer Centre in Newcastle, and we came back with a good result from the specialists there. They were all delighted with his progress for his cancer. And the auditors started going through the books. We didn't bother. The office was perfect. And they came an hour later and said, "You're £3,000 short."
Oh, my goodness.
I said, "Can't be." "No." "Yes, you are." I said, "But we can't be. We balanced last night. There's the figures. Can't be £3,000 short. You are £3,000 short."
Gosh,
and you must pay it now.
so shocked.
I argued the point with them. I said, look, we've only done 3 hours trading. Would you please check the figures again? No, we're not.
And this is what lots of supporters would have wondered, Betty.
Yes.
They would have wondered that at this, well now, you're 92, you've gone through this journey and people will be wondering how it's changed you.
Well, just carrying on about the auditors. When I went and said to my husband, we're £3,000 short. My husband, as I say, had left the cancer clinic, perfect health. He just suddenly went absolutely white as a sheet from top to bottom in front of my eyes. And that was the hardest thing. That is what upset all the treatment that the cancer specialists had done. He was carrying on in his normal life, the way the King's carrying on in his life, responding to treatment, no problem. But that, he just changed colour.
I was speaking to Jo Hamilton earlier this year, and she said one of the things that got her through was the support of other sub-postmasters. How have others given you comfort to get through this journey?
I think as we say, it's the way you've been brought up. That's an old Glasgow saying. It's the way you've been brought up. And we were brought up very strictly and correctly. That was at an age when children were seen and not heard. And we were taught,
yes,
this is what it's all about, and this is how you behave, and you had to obey the rules. And by Jove, your parents made sure that you did. And that, with just a natural friendship of old friends and family, although they knew nothing about it, just to be with them, that is what carries you through.
You are incredible, Betty, you really are. And I just wonder, rounding up this conversation, what today, based on everything that you've been to and your wonderful age of 92, what it feels like today. Because I know you've said that you'll keep fighting for justice. What does justice look like?
It's wonderful. I've had the most wonderful Christmas in 25 years.
Wow.
I sat there and enjoyed what Christmas was all about. And happy with your family. No financial worries.
Yeah.
You had money to buy what you wanted for Christmas. And the tension, and you're coming to terms with not having the anger and the hurt inside. And it was wonderful. What a wonderful feeling it was.
Betty, we're so honoured to have you in here today. And just again, from everyone here at Sky, congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We do have a Fujitsu right of reply, and they say we welcome the publication of the first volume of the inquiry's report, and they say they're considering its recommendations, and they say they've apologised deeply they apologise and regret their role in the sub-postmasters' suffering, and they wish to reiterate that apology today. They also say we hope for a swift resolution that ensures a just outcome for the victims. They also say we remain committed to providing our full cooperation into the inquiry and as Sir Win prepares his final report, and they're engaged, they say, with the government regarding Fujitsu's contribution to compensation.